make sure we're live. Quality, oh, this quality needs to go a lot better. Everyone doing well? Yeah? Let me turn down the music just a little bit. Let's get that on Facebook really quick. Okay. We got some live going now. Cool. Facebook is having an issue, so let's dive in. Hopefully you guys hear the music. It's enjoyable. I think it is. So, for those who don't know me, my name is Cameron Garlick. I've created a company. The company is called, let me turn that down. The company's called G-Funnel. G-Funnel was built because, gosh, I was like anyone else. I was a little kid. And being that little kid, you know what I did? Do you really want to know what I did? I tore things apart and I put them back together. And what I found is I found the ability to create. And here was the issue. The big issue was I did not have the right tools to help me. And that was in any space. When I was knocking doors, same thing. When I was doing anything, same exact thing. I didn't have the tools. I jumped into the digital world, tried to make money online. Oh my gosh. I didn't have the freaking tools. So G-Funnel was just an organization of that. And I realized that all of these people limit. Like I was on, again, one of the communities on Facebook. I was so limited that, yeah, let me turn on some visuals so that way people can come in. So limited that, gosh, I didn't even have the ability to, here, let me grab a link for people. I didn't have the ability for, gosh, to even post myself. I didn't have the ability. I just didn't have the ability. I was stopped by so many different things, so many different factors, so many different even people. People came in and purposely tried to stop. You know what I say to all of that? Screw them. You don't need them. Time to create. That's it. That's period. That's the reason G-Funnel was created. It was created for people like me. Maybe you're not like me, right? Maybe you've had everything given to you, but I haven't. That's why it was created. It was created so, gosh, we can afford it because this world's hard. It's difficult. It was designed for us to afford it. It was designed for us to grow our passions, our ideas, without the limiting factor of these people coming in and trying to screw us. It takes one hope, one desire to unlock unlimited possibilities and change the world forever. Truly it does. We're going to dive into that today, and it's going to be fun. So let's do it. Whoa. You ready? So there's a few things that we have pulled up. So one of the things that I'm doing right now is join me live. I am sharing a quick link so people can actually join me live. And I'll just do video room. And then I'll do broadcast room. That way people have a little bit of a mixture. And I will tell all my followers. There we go. Hashtag followers. Okay, so I put a link there. You're welcome to join me in this. So I'm going to be showing you a few different things in the platform. Why it's freaking cool. Okay, and why it can, empower you to change your life forever. Because if you think about it, well, like, what is money? What is it? Basically, you work hard. What you get it from your employer, right? You work so freaking hard, and then all of a sudden they give you a little bit of money. Oh my gosh, you put it in your pocket. I'm rich. I'm going to go buy me my shoes, my clothes, my everything that the world is telling me to buy. I'm going to go buy it, right? But what is money? Really, what is it? I mean, it's just a limiting factor that allows you to get into certain things. But other than that, it's just garbage. Freedom is the key, because here's the thing. If you can get everything that you ever needed without the need of money, what do? You'd have it. So why the frig would you need money? You wouldn't. But since money is business, and since, again, we are here to serve, we have to talk a little bit about money. We have to talk a little bit about these things, these factors that a lot of people don't like to talk about. A lot of people don't like to speak on the fact that certain softwares cost money or whatever the case it is. Anytime you do, their guard goes up and, oh my gosh, I'm going to put my restriction on. But here's the reality of it. If it doesn't flow, if it doesn't go, what is it? If it doesn't go, it doesn't flow. You can simply say that. Like, if you're unwilling to invest into you and the tools and the resources that you need, it's not a pity party. People aren't going to sit here and say, oh, well, good job. It doesn't freaking matter. People aren't going to do that. They're not going to wait here. They're not going to do any of those things. They're just not. They're going to move past you. Entirely move past you. Okay? In this specific section, we'll go over a few different things. Like, I want you to be wealthy. Why not? Why not? Why not? Right? There's no reason why not. So, that being said, I'm going to do, let me see if I can get this going. Again, I'm doing multiple things at the exact same time just to make this work. Here we go. Allow access. There we go. We got a camera. I'm going to go to OBS Studios. And my microphone, I'm going to go to USB microphone. Alright, we can do this mic. That's fine. And then, again, we're doing a live, so you can skip past this, but this way there's a little bit of content there. I'll jump back in, don't worry. Limitless possibilities. One hope, one desire, there we go. Let's do it. Make sure that everything's good. Why is this stopping me from always allow? I want it to continue. Let's continue it. Waiting for camera to come online. I don't want that camera. I want this camera. There we go. And my mic to come back online. Sure, I'll keep this mic just in case anyone has any issues. Actually, maybe I'll just jump right down to the USB mic. Test, test, test. We should be good. Perfect. Okay, now let's make sure that post. And we'll go live. So, this way, again, a little bit different of the streaming. Usually I just stream utilizing a key. Right now I'm going through a video to see the key, and I'm on multiple different places recording. So, but anyone that is coming and joining us, whether it's on YouTube, whether it's on Facebook, right? First I want to say is happy Friday night. I think it's Friday, right? Should be Friday. Happy Friday night. It is. Cool. We're going to cover a few things. So first thing is dude, it's how to freaking unlock your world. And I hope you like the music. If the music is too much, like maybe you can't hear it, like I hear it, it's pretty cool, right? If the music is too much, let me know. If you can't hear it and you can't hear me, let me know too, okay? We're going to be covering quite a few things. So again, welcome in. First thing I want to do is I want to talk to you really quick. I want to have a serious note for you, okay? I'm going to share something with you that that I share with, I mean, some of my even high-end clients, right? Like a high-end client, what is a high-end client, right? Like, like really, it's just people being real with people. That's all it is. Like, I don't think I'm any smarter than anyone else. I mean, people tend to say that I am, but I don't think so. I think I'm normal. But I want to dive in really quick to who you are. So this way you understand. This way you understand that, like, when you're building stuff, it's not about just building a business. It's not just about building wealth or building money. It's not about that crap. It's not. I mean, it is, right? But you have these little gurus that come on here and say, are you here? Are you at 10X Con? Are you this stuff? All they're trying to do is kind of scheme you out of some money, right? I want you to be real for a sec. I'm going to be as real as I possibly can with you, okay? These people are fake. And how you tell, right? It tests me on this stuff too. How you tell is you dive deep. You dive deeper than the perception, right? Like if I have a Lamborghini, dive deep in the perception. See if I freaking rent it, right? Who knows? Maybe I do. Right? Dive deep into the perception. We call it a perception hack. So again, the logo that I usually push, look, the logo, this, perception hackers, right? That logo, the reason that I push it, right, is because that's who you have to be to actually create true success. You have to be a perception hacker. And what I mean by that is this, like, there's so many different obstacles out there, so many different pathways of making money. Because what is money? It's just a transfer of this materialistic thing, and now it's even digital. Gosh, transfer this digital thing based off of what? A value or a desire. That's all it is. So, like, again, how does the money work? It's just a transfer, right? What does it mean? Nothing. So I want to be real with you, and I want to dive a little bit deeper about who you are, because most people don't even know who they are. These are things that I usually take, again, higher end clients through. I'm going to take you through it. It's not going to be just this business stuff. We'll cover that stuff. I mean, we'll cover that stuff. We can cover that stuff at any time, right? There's all the time in the world. And I know, again, sometimes there's not. You're flicking, right? Reels after reels after reels. Oh, I don't want to be on here. I want to hurry and make money. Reddit. Stop. Breathe. Not bad, right? Why am I telling you to breathe? I want you to take a look really quick. I want you to look around, right? Look at, like, the things that are around you. I'll look. Like, I have a Liquid Death. Why? That way it takes away energy drinks. Still gives that habit, right? Because it's a habit, right? Still gives that, but it slowly gets me away from energy drinks. Now, can I say, oh, let me just stop cold turkey? I can, but I like them. I like the taste, so I drink it. So that's just what I do, okay? And I don't feel bad. I don't feel bad about it. Just drink it. It's good, okay? Hopefully that's a little human, okay? Let's dive a little bit deeper into being human. Okay, so on a day-to-day base, I want you to analyze really quick, like, your day. Whether it's a constant routine, constant cycle, going back and forth to work, going back and doing these things. I want you to analyze it really quick, just for a sec. Okay, and I'm going to ask yourself, have you achieved your ultimate desire? Most of you don't even know what your ultimate desire is. So, little, like, you haven't achieved it because you don't even know what it is. I'm going to share you mine. So this way you have an understanding. And again, we're live. So this way it's like nothing hidden. What is my ultimate desire? This is my ultimate desire. So first you have to understand, well, why? Why do you have an ultimate desire? What does it even mean, right? Because again, we're human. We live a life, right? We experience things, and it's okay to have a desire. Gosh, at least I'm human. At least I can say that I desire stuff, right? That I like stuff. So let's dive in. What is the most selfish desire? So I want you to take just a second. I want you to think. What is the most selfish desire that you can have? Here, I'll jump on this recording too, so that way we have some recordings. What is the most selfish desire that you have? Maybe it's make $1 million. Maybe it's do this stuff. Remove the garbage for a sec. If you're like, I want to make $1 million, no one cares. Move on. What's your most selfish desire? Let me share you mine. So my most selfish desire is to plant a seed or an idea in your mind. Okay? This way, I always exist. That is my selfish desire. Now, what do I mean by that? Okay? This is from what I've analyzed, like life, business, all of these things. This is what I think, okay? And it's an opinion. I feel that when you're on your deathbed, right, and you're there, nothing comes with you. The only thing that comes with you are certain processes that you gained. And it's most cases they're not materialistic processes. And what I mean by a process is, you can just think of it as an exchange of data. You can think of it as an exchange of momentum. You can think of it as a memory, right? Or whatever you want. You can think about it as just something that moves as a process. And it could be in any form, okay? Think about that for a second. Well, when you're in your deathbed, you don't really take your wealth with you. You don't take your money with you, right? You don't. Actually, I mean, I want you to sit for a second, put it in your mind. You're sitting there in your bed. It's hard breathing, right? Meaning it's hard to breathe. You're sitting there, right? Maybe the room is a little bit darker, right? Because you're about to faint, whatever the case it is. Maybe you get a glimpse of your family around there just waiting, saying, oh, we loved you so much. We appreciated you in life so much. And then all of a sudden, you die. Well, none of those people are coming with you. You can say, well, we're going to go to heaven and we're going to be in these gates. That sounds magical. But what if I told you that it's probably not quite like that? What if I told you instead of that, it probably goes into a state of creation, of the observer observing. And what I mean by that is a state of nothingness, and the observer is able to create based upon the processes that were given. So let's say, again, you're on your deathbed and you die in fear. Just maybe you create those processes based off of fear, and just maybe those processes progress and progress and progress to a state of maybe your own personalized hell, or maybe your own personalized heaven. Okay? Again, we're talking theoretical now. Okay? Don't be like, oh, well, that's blasphemy, or whatever the case you want to. No. We're talking theoretical. Okay? Next, I want you to just kind of analyze it. So, is it fair to say that, well, we have a perception? So I'll break it down. I'll break it down how I gained the idea, right? So you die, and then all of a sudden you have these processes, and then all of a sudden these processes allow you to create, and then that creation allows you to go back into the very state that you're experiencing. Meaning, if I'm experiencing this state right now, I've lived every life and every possibility and everything there ever could be until this exact moment, this exact experience. Let's say the experience of you watching me live on one of these channels. Let's just say it's one of those experiences, or you watching a recording on one of those channels. Let's just say theoretically it's that. Theoretically, right? You lived every single possibility there ever could be until now. I know that sounds crazy, right? We'll get to it. We'll get to the idea, okay? But just theoretical, okay? Now, well, to experience that, there's a lot of chaos there that requires organization. So let's kind of get rid of the chaos just for a sec. Let's break it down to our perception. So I'm going to fast forward the journey of me to breaking it down to perception. There's a state inside of our perception that me and what I'm expressing and experiencing and projecting is the identical exact same thing that you are. I mean, if you're alive, there's your state of maybe perception. Maybe it goes deeper than that, because maybe your breath is a little bit different than mine. Maybe the sense of colors or whatever is a little bit different than mine. But unless I'm the only one in this universe alone, which I highly doubt, right? Then you, at one point, will experience the exact same perception as myself as you break it down. That means there could be, if it's the same, that means there could be many of us. The we, right? The we principle. There's many of us that are experiencing a world based upon an observer, meaning Like in another analogy you can look at is maybe you're the eyes of a bigger vessel. Maybe you're the hands filling of a bigger vessel. And maybe that filling sensation, right? Maybe it's just like seeing from your hands or tasting, right? I know that sounds weird, but you have senses there. It's not a single track appendage, if that makes sense. It's not just like I see and I'm an eye I can feel, like it's kind of, in a sense, it's your senses. Let's just say that's the case. We're an appendage, and we're experiencing. And let's just say theoretically all of that comes back into a source. That source we can call as Omni, that source we can call God, that source we can call whatever we want, right? Well, why am I going down that pathway? There's a reason, because there's an object that way. We'll call it an object for now. There's an object that way, and if you analyze it, there's a deep rabbit hole. You can analyze metaphysics, where you're metaphysical being. You can analyze spirituality. You can analyze thought process. There's an ability right there. Okay, it's like your internal self. There's an object there, and it's obviously measurable. Okay, if you look outside, there's an object there, the physical world. Meaning, like, I grab this. Oh my gosh, it's metal. It's cold. Oh, it tastes good. Okay. What I'm saying is there's physical, and that physical connects to my senses, and those senses allow me to interact and perceive things, right? Experience things, so that way I can project, right? There's a system there. Now, if you want to break it down more, you can. There's a rabbit hole. I won't take you through that rabbit hole, but there's a rabbit hole in the physical world, meaning how the atoms work and how they come together, how the molecules work and come together, right? How you have elements that are coming together that form molecules. Like in our bodies, you have molecules that are coming together to form specific compounds. Those compounds come together to form maybe organelles. Organelles come together to create our cells. Our cells come together to create tissue. Our tissues come together to create organs. Our organs come together to create organism, or our organ systems. Our organ systems come together to create an organism. Our organisms, multiple, come together to create a population. So we have a population of people. Our populations come together, not just the human race, but multiple different species, speciation, to create a biosphere. So now we have this biosphere. But maybe there's other stuff in there, like chemicals and the way that the oxygen cycles work to create an ecosystem. So you have this big old ecosystem, right? And then you have a solar system. And it goes on. There's this cycle that keeps on going based off of condensity of information, of process E. Okay? And if you follow that, you can follow that as deep as you want. Again, I'm not going to, like I said, I'm not going to go that deep, but I'm going to share it with you. There's a connecting point. From the very beginning, the creation aspect, to the very experience, the very observer, us, as we're observing around us. Okay? Now, why is that important? Why that is important is because the very thing that we experience, that life, thing that you're living, the thing that I'm living, that thing, right? If you summarize it, that thing is more valuable than any of this money and anything that could ever exist. That thing is more valuable, and that thing contains thoughts. That thing contains emotions. Those are more valuable than anything that could ever exist. So money, all money is a small system that connects on the physical realm to that thing. And people transition that money, that value, that because you're hitting something that is valuable to them, their life, their thing. If that makes sense, okay? And that thing, again, it can be fitness, it could be freedom, it could be everything, okay? Now, why am I saying and summarizing all of those? Going back to my selfish desire. What is my selfish desire? My selfish desire is to work day by day by day, right? Step by step by step, precept by precept. My goal is to work so that way I can simply plant a seed into the mind of, oh gosh, all I have to do is plant them into the mind of one person. If I can plant in the mind of 2 or 3 or 4 or 10 or 20 or 50 or 100 or 1,000, 10,000, million, 100 million, a billion, or multiple billions of people, if I could just plant a seed there, a seed of the processes of understanding, a seed of teaching, a seed of service, a seed of morality, okay? The things that I serve, if I can plant that seed there, guess what happens? This is my selfish desire. I live on forever. And I'll explain what I mean by that, okay? I live on forever because when you pass, this is in my mind, now you're in a state of process where the observer is observing process. At that specific time, you begin creating as if you're going to create the heaven that you want us to see, create the hell that's going to restrict you, create the entirety of it, meaning the earth, the heaven, the hell, the Trinity. It's not the Trinity. It's, again, that's different, right? But let's just say theoretically you go and you recreate. But I'm able to embed a process into that mind. It takes a while. It's like drinking a drink. You drink it and you drink it and you drink it and you drink it and you drink it. And over time, there's something that embeds with you. There's a principle that embeds with you. That thing that embeds is, again, there's a process or a journey to have that thing embed. So I do these lives, I do these trainings, I create these systems, all for that one thing. And what that one thing is that I can embed a process into your mind or the minds of anyone I come in contact with, so that way I obtain my selfish desire, right? And I felt I can either say, let me put an idea of pain, right? But we all know pain is temporal. I want you to analyze it for a sec. If I came at you and I created pain for you and the processes of pain, could I do it? Yeah, but eventually you're going to break free. Eventually. But now if I put a processes of love, of comfort, of service, of things that stay with you forever, meaning you're on your deathbed and that family's around you. Why are they around you? Because of love, the process of love. It's eternal. It's longer lasting, okay? Pain is very temporal, okay? If I can embed processes on that standpoint, and how do you do that? Like, first, how do you do it? Well, you serve people, you give them free stuff, you give them advice, you help them become abundant, you help them with success, you help them and help them and help them and serve them and serve them and serve them and keep it going. You're utilizing that process of love because you're doing it out of love, out of empathy, right? And now you're embedding the seed, that selfish desire that I have, to embed that seed, to implant on those people. Now, why? Why? It's because, again, if you die, my observation in analyzation is that you take the processes, those processes with you and begin to recreate. You recreate the personalities, you recreate the experiences, you recreate the pains, you recreate the love, you recreate those things. But you'll notice that there's, like, let's say you're related to like a twin flame, the twin flame is there and it's long lasting, it's lasting forever. The love is always present, meaning that eternal love. It's like that love that happened prior to, like, you were in heaven and oh my gosh, you met somebody in heaven, right? That's the love that I want embedded. Now here's why. Because if my theory, my observation, I'll just say, is correct, it means that I live on forever. Now, as species, what are we trying to do? As species, we're trying to survival of the fittest. We're trying to spread our offspring. Well, there's a limitation on spreading offspring. What I mean by that is there's a limitation on how many kids I can have. There's a limitation on that. How far can my genes spread me? There's a limitation on the physical aspects of DNA. There's a limitation. But where there's something that is limitless is based upon desire, based upon a love, based upon the almost the unmeasurable becomes limitless. And if I can plant my seed there, guess what happens? Well, if that whole recreation process happens, meaning you're dead and then you're in this process, then you have to go and recreate because you are the source, because you are it, right? And let's say that perception has to go and recreate from the chaos that is around. Has to recreate. Well, guess who exists? I do. I show back up. I show back up in that journey. That's why you see me now. I show back up in that journey. And if I show back up in that journey and I can embed that same process over and over and over again, it doesn't matter how many deaths there are. It doesn't matter how many, again, it does, right? Because it's sad, but it doesn't really matter how many times you experience it. There's always a guide there. Make sense? There's always that little piece of influence that is there speaking to you, that is stronger, and it outperforms any other influence that could ever exist. Now, why is it important? That's my selfish desire. Now, why did I reach for that? Because it's also, it's like, let's say you had a triangle, right? Or you just call it a sine wave, and the sine wave keeps on coming closer and closer. And you have, on one side, you have your selfish desire. On the opposite side, you have your selfless desire. Well, at that specific point, measurable, you reach your selfish and your selfless desire. It's a meeting point. That's why I chose it as my desire. Now, do you have to choose it as yours? No. Right? And the reason that you haven't chose it as yours is you just don't know who you are yet. But once you understand who you are, it's very easy to choose. Very, very easy to choose. Very easy to serve. Very easy to help others because you just realize that they're a projection, a reflection of your internal self anyways. So if you're having rough times, maybe there's something rough going internally. Now, it's not always the case, but majority of the time, it's how the processes of this universe work. Mind is universe. You can look at like Hermetic principle if you want to understand those. So now you understand the desires. So now let's grab that really quick. Let's transition that really quick, and we have to connect it, right? Because there has to be dots that connect it. So why, right? Why did we create a digital world? Here's why. And I'll jump in. I'll show you really quick why. So let's say I dive in. There, my screen's up. So let's say I dive in here, okay? So this is gFunnel, right? This is gFunnel, okay? On the surface, gFunnel is just a page. It's just a page, right? Let me pull up something really quick. I'll show you, okay? So again, on the surface level, let's jump into here and let's jump in. I'll do a recording as well. So this way you have it, okay? Actually, let me go Komodo. I use Komodo as my recording solution. Let's log into gFunnel. Okay, there's a reason for it. Let me jump in. I'll jump into Canva and I'll just press record on this guy. Okay. And I'll just jump into the windows. I'll jump into this one. So this way, if you want a recording of what I do, feel free, okay? So the first thing is let's chat on money. So they say money, value, time. Why do they say that? Basically, money is time. That's why they say it. Money's time. Okay. You have a certain amount of time in this life. You do. I mean, there's a transitional point, but on the measurable aspects, you have a certain time in your life. Now, if you can have it where there's a reliability, like I'll give you that reliability. That reliability is right now we have to have money. We have to have money to survive. We have to have money to eat, to drink, to do the things that we need, right? So again, I know that there's a thing, money doesn't buy happiness. It really does. The reason I say that is because they embed that because of people, right? Like they don't want people to get out of this piece of slavery and to feel good. They don't want people to feel rewarded. They don't want people to feel anymore. They just don't. So since they don't want people to feel anymore, right? And to feel like that they have a hope, because it takes a hope first, people end up falling into something called conformity. And what conformity does is it enslaves people. It allows you to be in the same point that you've been for, I apologize, for however long that you've been in that piece. It starves you into the point where it controls you. It's like you have fruit flies. I believe it's fruit flies, and you put the fruit flies into a jar, and you put a lid on that jar, and you wait 3 weeks feeding them XYZ with those fruit flies. Well, again, they're going to go through the lifestyle, but you can remove them, and they'll never move from the spot. They'll actually never jump high enough to get out of sight of the bottle. Have you seen that? There's experiments on that. That's humans, okay? We don't know what's there. We don't know that there is something greater. We don't know that, right? And the reason that we don't know that is because we don't have freedom. So when I did this, right, this whole piece, like if you take a look, why did I say like your passive income solution? And again, if you want to, you can find us on, you go to Go Collab. Go Collab is the Go High Levels community like school, and you'll find it here, right? This is us. So feel free to go in and join, okay? But let's step back just for a second. Again, you can click on that. Just click on that and it'll take you to our platform. Make it very, very easy. Let me close this guy, okay? But the reason that we did passive income is because if we can create passive money, passive income, it's like generating revenue without having to work. If we can do that, right, then we win, period. If we can do that, we succeed, period. Okay, so that's one of the things that we've done. Now, can people generate passive revenue by signing up with any solution there is? They can. There are many states of resonance. What I mean by that is there are many people that you might connect with that are better than me. And as long as they're taking you to that point, right, taking you to that point of passive income, taking you to the point of passive money, where money's generating for you, as long as they're doing that, it's a win. It's a win, right? So if they're not doing it, then they're just gimmicky and selling to you. So G-Funnel, you can actually create a free account. So one of the first things that we do is we give people free accounts. Why? I'll get into the reason why. We do it so people actually have stepping points. Now, does free make people money? No, it doesn't. So that's why we have subscriptions. If not, I would give it away for free. I would, just to help people. But money's transition based upon an exchange. There's an exchange piece. I'm not going to get into that. That's in some of our trainings. That's in some of our courses and some of our sessions. Instead, what I'm going to get to is just what is passive money, okay? So I'm going to go through it quickly and logically, right? So you understand what you know, understand what you don't know. Like passive income, maybe you know what it is, but basically it's money that is made for you on a day-to-day basis, or weekly basis, or monthly basis, or yearly basis, and it's something that you don't have to put much effort into. And I know that that's the dream for everybody, right? Like, I make money without doing stuff, sign me up, right? People do that. But it doesn't, you have to create first for that to have your outcome. Does that make sense? Like, it's not just like, I mean, we have a done for you system, but you still have to create, you still have to do stuff. It's not just like, put money in my pocket, I won the lottery. It's not just, you have to do stuff. And not only do you have to do stuff, you have to gain an idea, because if you had time and freedom, but you had not the mindset of serve, you would probably take advantage of it and you would hurt people, right? So there is an understanding for passive money. There is an understanding for it, okay? With that being said, like, what's our purpose, right? And I'm just showing you in the Canva, so this way it's not too complex. What is the purpose? Well, our purpose is ACE. Acquire, create, and expand. ACE. That's our purpose. But our purpose is to create, or to simply create experiences and tools to help people. Look, and if you look, just what I've been saying, to uncover their authentic selves, recognize their inherited worth, and transform their unique potential into meaningful impact. Now, what does that even mean? Right? There's so many big words. We want you to understand who you are, period. That's it. Okay? You'll learn more about, like, again, G-Funnel, us, me, probably in the future. If you don't know me, you'll learn more. Okay? But diving in, so again, what is passive money? I kind of explained it for you, but it's basically, I mean, passive money is basically making money on minimal effort, is really what it is. Creating freedom. It allows you to travel. It allows you to do different things. That's what passive money does. Okay? So what we did is we created a journey. It's called the Perception Hackers Journey. You don't have to join this. You can actually go create a free account in G-Funnel and do it yourself, however you want to do it. And I'll show you how to do it. But what this journey does is it's kind of like when I said done for you, it's kind of done for you. It's like 95% of the way done for you. Like it's taken a lot of work. Like, again, hundreds of hours of work. I mean, not only on the course side, but the build side. We literally build your entire company to generate passive money. The entire thing. And then we show you how to market it. It still uses your face to influence people. It still uses those things. But we teach you entirely how to do everything. If that's not powerful, I don't know what freaking is, okay? But anyways, it's called the Perception Hackers Journey. This is the process of it. So the process is you start. You have to have a hope, right? That's the process. So we end up laying out the groundwork of everything. That's getting started. It's letting you know an overview of what we're doing, a journey of every step of the way, and what you're going to expect. That's getting started. The next thing is we want you to gain knowledge so you actually know what the heck it is that you're doing. We want to make sure you know. So it's not just, I'm blind. Being blind doesn't help you with anything. The next job, I put 90, it's really like 95% done for you. But you have to build a business. Now, whether that business is, again, us, that we build it for you, or you just follow the journey and build it yourself, you can do whatever. There's two paths you can go by. You can do one that's 90% done, and you can do another one that's basically, it's you have to do it yourself. Now, what's the difference? Value, money, that's the difference, right? That's how we can get people to go on a journey, not make money, right? Or go on a journey, they'll still make money, but go on a journey, not pay any money, and not paying money, they can still go through the process of creating, go through the process of organizing, go through the process of those things which take time. So people can either trade time for money, right? Or they could trade money for time. It's a concept that we teach, okay? But the first thing is building a business. The next thing, driving traffic. You have to get influence. You have to gain people, and people resonate with you, right? Like, there's certain people that just like you. They like your personality. They like who you are. They like every aspect of you. Meaning, like, you go out in public and they're just like, I want to meet that person. That's called influence. That's called resonance. That's you. That's your influence. Okay. You'll have to drive traffic. That's how you drive traffic, is based on that state of resonance. And then from there, once you do that, I mean, you're making money, right? But we want to teach you how to create your own process, using and implementing the processes that we use that work. We want to teach you how to do it your own, because you have to create legacy. I mean, you don't have to. You can choose to say, no, I'll stick through steps 1, 2, 3, and 4, and I'll stay there. But what step 5 does is it allows you to self-create, which is massive. And then you just repeat the process. Once you create that, you repeat the process and you go through it, and repeat the process and go through it. This is for any and all businesses that you ever want, any and all ideas that you ever want, anything that you ever want created. Why? Because we know who you are, we know your capabilities. But just like when I was a child and I, again, ripped things apart, but I wouldn't have the tools, we understand that you probably don't have the tools either. That's why we give them. Okay, that's why we provide them. Okay, and for the education side, I mean, we just break it down. So we break it down into a 90-day transformation. So basically, it's not rushing. You have 90 days. You can do it. Now the key is consistency. Consistency is usually the hardest thing. We have 90 days. First 10 days is dedicated to creating the business. Why? Why do we do that? Because if we can help you make money in the first 10 days, you're going to focus on what we have to say. If not, you're not going to focus on what we have to say. That's the first thing. The second thing is personal development. We want to make sure that you're like personally okay, because let's say you get money, but then you're fat and you die, right? Then it's not really going to help you, right? Like, let's say you're just like unhealthy, you can't think straight, you can't communicate straight, you can't do those things. So the idea is to some state of personal development, whether it's growing your mind, growing spirituality, growing those like aspects of health and wealth, those things, that's what we want. The next 10 days we focus on your business, right? Your business and in the person mix. Why? We need a holistic approach. Realistically, we need a holistic approach to you. If not, you're just going to build a business and do some personal crap, and then it's not going to ingrain into your mind. You're not going to do it. You're not going to, I mean, can you create success? Sure you can. Sure you can. But you're probably not going to be consistent at it. And we want to create that consistency. We want to create the leaders. We want to create those specific things, because I know that you can lead, period. Right? And I know some people, oh, I can't do it. Great. Follow the processes and you can. That's simple. Precept by precept, step by step. You can't conquer the whole world today, but you can put a brick down, right? That's in a sense how that works. So after those things, so that takes up 30 days, right? 30 days to go through those processes. The next thing is embedding those processes into your mind and growing. So it's between 30 and 90 days from there, and we hit the aspects of ACE, like I said, ACE, that purpose. Acquisition, creation, expansion. ACE, acquisition, creation, expansion, okay? We focus on those phases. Now, acquisition is focusing on like advertisement, influence, converting, like if you get leads, like influencing people. It's acquiring attention and it's converting it, right? It's finding people's hot buttons. It's generating the sales funnels. It's doing those specific things. Creation focuses on basically thinking and creating. What I mean by that, like thinking and creating, is you're going to see some issues. You're going to see some bugs. And you're going to have to be able to think on those bugs and be able to create based on those thought processes. And if you establish that concept well enough, you can create anything. So the goal is to empower you to create any product, to empower you to create any solution, anything. That's the goal, to empower you, okay? Now, the last one is an expansion. So on the expansion step, again, maybe you can't see it, maybe you can, maybe it's up enough if you need to zoom in. But the expansion step is, it's focusing on how you can grow and scale it once again, gaining influence, growing your freedom more and more, getting your time more and more, okay? That's what the whole thing is. And we have modules for this, right? So each and every single day has specific modules that you focus on, specific routines that you focus on. Maybe you've seen some of the videos, right? Like maybe you've seen some of the videos that we push, because I do a mix of AI videos, and I do a mix of me teaching people, because it's faster when I do it, right? Those other ones, it's just a perception thing. Give people perception, they see it, people judge a book by its cover, give them that, right? But I want them to get in and understand these processes, okay? So we break it down. So the modules, here's our education modules. We start each and every day with an introduction. We introduce the object, we introduce the focus, we introduce the idea, because we're planting the process or planting the seed in people's minds. That's what we're doing. The next thing is we're creating routine. We jump into success programming. Most cases on success programming, we're focusing on auto-suggestion. We're focusing on, again, routine. We're focusing on things that help teach people who they are. That's, again, success programming. Maybe we need to change the name from success programming to the you, or who you are, right? Maybe we need to do those so that way people understand the perception, right? The perception hack, because we can absolutely do that. After that, we jump into the daily knowledge. Daily knowledge is going through the needed information for that module for the day. Meaning if it's, let's say it's building a website, it's going through like what a website is, how you build a website. It's going through those processes. let's say it's marketing, going through the processes of marketing, right? We'd go through those. The next stage we jump in, stage 4, is the action steps. This is where you take what you've learned and you create processes based on what you've learned. And we walk you through them step by step. So that's why you can't really get lost. Like, we have support there too. If you do get lost, you have questions, we have support there to help you. But it is literally step by step, whether it's creating the ideas, whether it's finding your desires, whether it's understanding the business. We have step by step where you can't fail as long as you follow the steps. It'll take you to the specific link. You'll have transcriptions on everything. If you need it in a different language, we'll give you it in a different language. It does not matter, but we'll give you step by step of exactly what to do. And then the last piece is the review and reflection. We want you to review what you've done to ensure that you've done it and completed it. And then, most importantly, we want you to reflect. Why do we want you to reflect? You have to understand who you are. You have to understand what you've done. You have to understand the emotional aspects of what you've put forth. I know that sounds like a lot. This is why we break it out in a day. This is what you accomplished this day. Let's say you skip it. I didn't accomplish it. Well, go back and accomplish it. You're on day number 1. Then you're on day number 2. Then you're on day number 3. Accomplish these freaking things. Okay? Each and every step that you accomplish is a closer step to get you exactly what you desire. It's exactly to get you the passive money. The exact, again, to get you what you desire to create, which we go through. That's what these steps are for. So this is how we break down each module. Okay? Again, so far it's pretty easy, right? Well, again, money does have to make sense. Money does have to work. So this is how we make money work. Because right now maybe you have a job. Keep your freaking job. We're not going to tell you to stop your job. Keep your job. Because you need flowing money. It's a system of flowing money. And you need that flowing money to compound. So you'll have one step. Let's say it's our income opportunity. I just did a little net here, right? Little web. You can make money off of product commissions, off of marketplace commissions, off of service commissions, off of straight people signing up to be an affiliate. You can also make money off of our multi-tier affiliate system as well. Quite a few things. This specific program, we offer actually a master resale right program. Okay, and what it is, so if you take a look, master resale rights, you earn 80%. I'm going to change this because you might need a little bit more of a push. 85% commission. Okay, 85% commission you earn. That's a lot of commission. Now, why 85 and why not 100, right? So first thing is we're making money too, and we're spreading. We're going and we're going and we're going. That's the first thing. The next thing there are service fees, meaning merchants charge money, right? So why 85%? So you have a big enough commission to grow your business. You have a big enough commission to truly separate and truly create passive freedom. Because if I just said, okay, it's 20 bucks, right? You make 80% of 20 bucks, guess what's going to happen? Nothing. You're going to spend all your time in the world convincing people of something, right? And then it's not going to pan the results, so then you're going to disbelieve it. Where if we can make it so you believe it, then it's a win, right? So that's the first way. Right, and I'm talking about this specific program. Now, GPhone, there's tons of other ways. This specific program. Next piece is our affiliate commissions. Any software subscription, you earn over 50%, 50+% commission reoccurring off of any single software subscriptions. And if people run their business off of this software, they don't go away. This creates longevity for you. That's why we have the affiliate commission. It creates, I mean, look at it. Look. You'll see the breakdown. I'll push the breakdown, okay? But affiliate commissions. The next thing is the products and services. Let's just say you don't know how to do some of these digital products and services. Guess what we do? We do. And eventually, maybe you'll need those too. Maybe you'll be like, I found a way to make money on social media and I want to repeat this process. Crap, I need VAs. Well, if we could get you low-cost VAs, they can manage everything for you. Our goal is to create passive money. That's why we have it here. To make it a win. And you can make money off of those things too. Why not? Okay? I mean, this is a quick breakdown of it. Let's say you got 8 deals. Okay? It's $1,000. The program, the course, and most importantly, it's the entire business build. meaning the websites, the landing pages, the sales funnels, all of the operations in the back end, the workflow automations, how everything works. We have it done for you. This is a done for you. You can do a free system. This is a done for you system. Let me change that commission again to show you how awesome this is. What this means is that a business, usually businesses are expensive, meaning most people just pay $1,000 for like a website. We give you an entire business that's operating and teach you how to run the business and give you software, because you'll get 90 days worth of software as well. So 90 days worth of software, right? You'll get a guide of how exactly to set the thing up, and we'll set the thing up for you. To recoup your money back, you probably do 2 deals in the existence of this whole, like, in a year. Like, if that makes sense. Like, can you do that? Sure. Because why? People want to make money online. People want to make passive money. That's why this is focused on passive income. Passive income. People want to make that. Now, let me ask you this. If you can get 8 people, which you can do a hell of a lot more than 8. But let's say you did 8 people. 8 people, right, generates, let me get this adjusted. See? $6,779. $6,779. And I'll put a 6 behind there. And my question is this. What would, maybe this won't change your life forever, but what would an extra, we'll just call it $6,500. What would an extra $6,500 give you? Right? $6,500 a month is like what, $75,000 to $80,000 per year. That's more than most high-paying jobs. What would it give you? Freedom, maybe? Well, what if you could do it multi-tier? Would it give you more? Probably, right? Yeah. Right? I would assume. Okay. So actually, I'm gonna do something here. I'm gonna put this at 80. Here's why. Hear me out. Okay. Here's why. I'm gonna go back and put it at 80. Here's why. Okay. 85 is great. It's a little bit more upfront. It's like 300 extra bucks. But if I can take, so we're dealing with, again, 5%, right? If I can take that 5% and I can say, well, what if you made also 5% off of every single person that you brought in as a multi-tier? What would that do? Well, passive money. Let's do it up to 3 tiers. So this way you're 90% commission. Uh-oh. Now we're talking, right? I'm bringing it up to 90%. So I took back from you. I brought it, first I gave to you. I gave you 85%. Then I took it back. I'm so mean, right? 80%. But now I'm going to give back to you. But I'm going to give back to you in some tiers. Let's bring it back to, let's say, 3 tier. So you, the person that you bring in, and another person that they bring in. Now here's why. You can focus on building a team, and now you can make upfront cash off of every single person as well as recurring money. This should easily get you into that piece where you're wanting passive money. Yes, you're welcome. Okay. Hopefully, like I said, instead of us keeping the 80%, we're literally giving you 80% up front, and then multi-tier breaking down up to about 90% commissions. That's huge, huge, crazy huge, okay? Next thing, okay? So again, now we fixed that, right? Now we fixed that, okay? So, here, I'll just jump here. I was gonna finish that right now. Why such high commissions? Have you ever heard the phrase, cash is king? Well, again, I can sit back and I can be one of those companies and I can say, hey, let's say your name's Steve or John. Jason's a cool name. Hey, Jason. Now hear me, Jason. I'm gonna give you this crazy awesome business. You're gonna pay me a ton of money, and it's gonna take you 14 years to make a freaking dime. Like, maybe I can be a good enough salesman and sell you into it, but eventually it's gonna suck, right? And sometimes, like, people, it's hard to sell, but money does talk. So what cash is king is that money does talk. If I could get you to make money, number one, you trust me more. Number one, you like me, you support the case, and you expand the case. Period. That's how the system works. And you keep on growing and growing and growing. That's how the system works. That's how this program works. So if you want to be a millionaire, how many do you need? If you want any goal and any desire that you ever need, what can you do to get them? You can actually achieve it through this one program, this Perception Hackers program. It's a single program. And we're going to have one in the restaurant space, and the nail salon space, and the hair salon space, and every single industry. Don't you think that we'll win? Of course we will. Of course. Okay. So now, again, why, right? Why? So this is what it is, right? So I'm going to show you how it breaks down now. So earn with purpose and how the money is actually organized. So first, that up front, that 80%, it goes back to you. Crazy, right? Okay. The 10%, meaning the multi-tier piece, it goes back to the we principle. Meaning that what I mean by we, I'm not just saying me, right? I'm saying the people that you brought in and the people that brought you in, the we. It goes back to we, if that makes sense. Anything extra, so it'll be this, maybe there's going to be merchant fees, so maybe this will go a little bit lower, right? We bring back to the nonprofit the donation. So this way, anytime that you're earning and making money, we're actually bringing that money and we're bringing it forward to people, so you can actually earn with purpose. When you sign up, you know that it's going to a good cause, and if we have multiple people going to service, then what can we do? We can go bring computer systems. Why computer systems? Why these type of things? We can go and bring these to specific individuals who maybe are in third world countries and can't do this type of digital stuff. And if we can give them software solutions and all these other solutions, if we can do that, guess what happens? We can also create success and abundance in their life. If that's not the love, the transition, to teach the processes, the love, the transition, we're teaching it through money, through business, we're teaching it through, again, our personal belief, we're bringing it into a holistic approach. If that's not the love, I don't know what is. Okay, so that's in a sense how the money is organized. That's that first portion. Well, we still have more. Okay, so again, how, like you earn money, but then you stop and you're not earning any more money, right? That sucks. Well, we have a passive reoccurring system as well, where anyone who's signing up for the software side, they earn a 50% plus commission, plus multi-tier, plus they can sell services, so they can promote the services, plus they can sell the products in the platform, plus they get $1 bonus on every free or paid user. They just are verified. As long as it's verified, so what does that mean? So let's say you know a restaurant client down the street. And you're like, oh, well, I might as well bring him in. Well, you just bring him in to chat and we get an account created. Well, you just made $1 off of that. And then if we can help them on services, and let's say we sign them up for services, you now make commissions on those services. Whether it's the service commission or the software commission, you make now money off of those things. So now every aspect that comes in, it's a benefit back to you and it's tracked back to you. And then again, we paid out multi-tier, so you can see here's the multi-tier software side. So what I mean by like having a hope and stuff, how it is endless, like limitless possibilities, because you can make income by selling funnels, by selling websites, or by building complete business models, okay? You can create email sequences that work, people will buy those. Social media posts, people will buy those. Ad copy, people will buy those. You can do ebooks and share the wealth on ebooks. People will buy those, or challenges or courses. People will buy them. You can have digital products, physical products. You have drop shipping. You can do support for people, right? You can provide, again, professional or digital solutions. You can do consulting, sell SaaS. You can do all of those things within our platform. So truly what we do is we connect your world. So when it says your life organized, how about this? Your world connected. We connect the physical aspects of your business and life, right, and personal hobbies with the digital aspects. We all combine them into one system. And what is that one system? That one system is G-Funnel. This is G-Funnel. Now, this looks just like a landing page, right? It's a landing page. it means nothing. Here, I'll even share the link so you can see it yourself. There you go. Right, there you go. There's the link. You can see it yourself, right? You can go visit yourself if you want. But I'm going to show you kind of the quick process, the setup process. Okay, I'll show you. It's pretty easy. Again, it's free. It is free, 100% for free. Let me show you. So I click on this, right? I'm going to go over to register an account. Looks like I'm already registered. So here, let me log out. So I'll show you how to register it so you can see how to register it, and then we're going to walk through the platform together. That's what we're going to do so you can see the power of this platform. So the first thing, create an account, right? So you can come here. I'm just going to call this one GFunnel Demo. So we get a demo account going, okay? I'm going to call this one demo3@gfunnel.com. I don't think I have that one. And then I'll just put a very generic password in here, okay? Now I'm going to press create. It's going to take me to personal activation. Now, I would highly recommend you watch these videos. These videos will help you gain a better understanding on our onboarding, on trainings, on everything. And it'll walk you through almost every single step, okay? So like this video specifically is explaining about account verification. So go ahead really quick and watch it and listen to it. It'll let you know that we have AI that's going to help create your account. Meaning, when you create an account, it's going to have a unique experience. Now, why did we do that? Because we know that you might not be a restaurant, or you might not be a nail salon or hair salon. Maybe you're a solar company. Maybe you're just a person. It doesn't, like, there's so many different variables there. So we have an account verification so we can determine what those variables are. So again, once you're in here, you can say, oh, I'm going to determine it. Okay, now once you do, okay, so I'll just jump into here and I'll just say, what is it, demo 3, right? And I'll put just a password, just like that. Okay, so that way I'll do it visually. We put it visually here so that way you can see to make sure it's right, because what we're about to do is we're about to connect software. And we're about to use these credentials back in the system to generate accesses to those software. So then once you do this, you go to next, right? What's your legal name? So my legal name is GFunnel Demo. That's my legal name, okay? What's your phone number? You can put your phone number in here. And if you're like, gosh, I'm gonna get a text message. No, you're not. Just come here and just say, I don't want text messages. Or if you do want text messages, say promotion and updates, or updates, right? But if you do no text messages, we listen, okay? The next thing you're going to do is tell us why you're here. Why are you here? Are you here because you need your system ran for work? Are you here for personal discovery? Are you a school, like a student, a teacher, or any of those things? Or are you a nonprofit? We want to know because again, each and every aspect of the business, we want to customize for you. So let's just say it's personal for now. We'll just say it's personal. Personal. Okay, do you currently have a website? Let's just say, yes I do. What is your website? www.camgarlic.com. Let's say that's my website, or Cameron Garlic. I think I own all of them. camgarlic.com. Okay, now I click, and how did you hear about us, right? You can say, I'm on Facebook right now. I just heard about you on Facebook, on this Facebook Live. I just heard about you, right? Click on Facebook or Instagram, okay? If it's YouTube, because you're doing YouTube, click on YouTube. Okay, it helps us better understand what's going on with our marketing. Helps us better understand. From there, we want to make sure you're not a robot. Okay, and then you're going to pick which server you want, because we have multiple different servers in the back end. So I recommend the US. Okay. Nextly, you're going to come here. There's an independent business agreement, terms of use, and privacy policies. I highly recommend clicking them. Okay. Going to our IB, this is Independent Business Agreement. That's what the IB is. Independent Business Agreement. Going to that one, and then this will load. Sorry, my internet may be a little choppy, but this will load, and reading this agreement so you understand it. I recommend it. I recommend coming into our terms of service and reading our terms of service so you understand it. And if you have questions, right, we have a legal contact, just let us know and we can, again, get in contact with you, okay? Our privacy policy, jump in here if you're like, okay, well, I'm very curious, like, how does the information work? We have every detail here. If you have a question like how we use the data, right? You can jump here and you can see every little aspect of it. I recommend going through it. Once you did that, okay, and you understand those, for us to create an account, you just simply come into here and press I agree. From there, press submit. And then once you do that, your now account is created. Look, gFunnel demo, I'm on the standard plan, okay? I have a video here. The video says create your first post. Introduce yourself to the world of gFunnel. If you're like, oh, I don't know, watch the video. I recommend these videos. I know that some of them you're like, oh, well, they're AI or whatever the case is. Watch them so you understand them. That's it. Watch them so you understand them, okay? If you understand them, then, excuse me, then you're not going to miss out on anything. But basically what this video does is it talks about what these posts are, that you can share updates, you can do discussions, you can do goals, you can do blogs, you can do terms. And if you're like, oh, I don't really know what to say, then come here and press this button, copy, and just paste the freaking thing into your update, right? Post. That's going to now post. Now it's posted into your update. It's done, right? Pretty easy. And then you go to your next step. Your next step is earning your first dollar online. Okay, so click on that. Click. Okay. I'll show you how to do this. Now here's a video. Okay, I think it's a cool video. Watch it, and it'll walk through what your personal link is. So how our platform interconnects, how the content is. It'll go through your different pay scale, just the same pay scale that I went through with you. It'll go through the same one so you understand it. From there, this is your member link. So now I can come here and I can say, okay, let me click share on Facebook. And it'll come here and it'll create its own post. And just say, I would say this. This is a welcome invite to create passive income with gFunnel. Where you can say, hey guys, I just signed up for this cool solution. I'm just on my journey, right? You can say whatever it is. So let's say I do that. Now what this will do, again, this little post, when I click on this specific guy right here, it's going to take me to my own custom page where it talks a little bit about gFunnel for people, so people understand it, okay? Once they do that, you just jump to the next stage. So you said, oh, I just shared my link. So now you know how the affiliate sides work in our platform. Just go to your next step. Pretty easy, right? Nothing too difficult. Now this is the last step. The last step just goes kind of through the platform. So it'll go through like how to set up your profile. It's going to go through our support, how to find support. It'll go through how to post content, our fans only or subscriber only content. It'll go through that. It'll go through, again, the workings of the platform. Okay, once you're done, access your account. Once you access it, this will be your membership right here. So this would be your current plan, right? You're in standard, it is $0. Okay, $0 plan. And then from there, right, let's just say you want to go on the zero track. You can. Let's say you already know, you already love these softwares and you want to upgrade. You can. Let's say you want to start connecting with active members within the solution. You can, right? Let's say you're like, okay, I'm not ready to join yet, and you want to just continue to our social piece. You can, right? Or let's just say, you know what? I'm ready to start the Perception Hackers journey, and I'll get this adjusted. It was a 30-day. We're adjusting it to a 90-day, just for more value. If that's the case, just click on it. Start your journey. It's going to take you right into your journey. You can come in here, you can post, right? You can come in here and you can start saying stuff. You can see the calendar if you have any calendar invites. You can jump in, you can start seeing the rest of the community within here. You can see if there's any discussions or courses or classes. The best thing to do though is just click this video. Click there. What it's going to do, it's going to now take you into the journey. And again, I'll get this stuff edited to 60 days because it's 60 day, but it'll take you directly into your journey. And from there, here's now your introduction. This is your introduction stage. We'll add a new button here, so this way if you're ready, you just click the sign up, right? And you can sign up for this. You can sign up for this entire journey, and then you can decide, do you want to do it yourself? We'll walk through step by step how to do it yourself, or do you want us to just do 90 to 95% of the way done for you? It has its cost. Again, it's $1,000. We have Afterpay. We have Klarna, so you can come in and you can say, oh, well, I'll pay $1,000, but I can't pay it now. Great. Pay it in like increments. Let's say it's a year increment. Why? So you can recoup your money back. That's the key, is so you can start making more money and recoup your money back from going through the journey, right? And this will kind of give you an idea of like kind of how some of our courses work. We'll always have a summary. If you want a transcription of everything, we'll have transcriptions. If you need attachments, we'll have attachments in there. If you want to leave feedback, you can leave feedback in your thoughts. We have an AI summary that will cover most everything, and there'll be tags in here. If you want, we can even add a chat bubble in here, so that way, again, it's, wow, here's everything. Well, look what you just did. You just started. But I'm going to step back just a little bit. I'm going to go back and say, if you click the continue button. If you click the continue button, you would be here. And now you can start speaking to people. You could come in here and you can see this is subscriber only. So fans only. You can click on that. And then it's subscriber only, right? You can then subscribe. Request free access. Okay? I do a lot of different content for our clients, and it's usually about $750 a month. So that way you understand you can do the same thing as I do. Why not? That's subscriber only content. Okay? Then you can come in here. Look, there's my post. I just posted. We restrict this, so you're going to see me, GFunnel. You're going to only see the people that are connected to you. But if you wanted, click on people, right? Connections. And then you can start seeing people. You can start jumping in here and start connecting with people. So let's say you wanted to connect with them. Connect with them, right? They'll teach their own specific piece, how to make money, right? Like ditch digital posting, like stream systems for clients for monthly revenue, right? Or you can come in and you can start following people. You can come in and you can start, again, anyone that you can follow them, you can add them as friends if you wanted, right? You can say, well, who's online right now? You can start seeing who's online right now. So if you want to talk to them right now, you can start talking to them right now. You can start saying, well, how many friends that maybe they have? Let's just see really quick. Well, there's Cameron Garlic. I always say, you're already friends with me. You could come into here and you can say, well, what about Cameron Garlic's connections? Right? Like most cases, they'll just come into like referrals. So you can come into like the friend suggestion. You can start like based on the people that again that you're starting with friends, you're gonna have suggestions come up. You're gonna say, well, who should I start following? You're gonna have systems of people that you should start following, start interacting with, right? That's in this side. Now you can do a lot more. You can jump in here. Let's just exit this for a sec. You could jump into this side and say, okay, now I'm here. I want to jump into my software, right? Here's the different software solutions based upon your plan. So you can say, well, I want ads, an ads platform. So if let's say you click ads, right? So then your system's going to load, and then you just use your login. So if you have the account, you just use your login to log in and get into your ad platform. Now, what is your ad platform? I'll just show you really quick. Since that account doesn't have it, it's not linked, I'm going to link this account. Wrong password, my bad. Still wrong password. All right, let's fix that. And let's say, again, you can't afford the $1,000. That's okay. That's just a done-for-you build. You don't need a done-for-you build, right? But you could come in here, you can say, I mean, you can have multiple different workspaces. You can have your own friends' workspaces. Let's just go to a demo workspace really quick. You can manage for your own clients if you wanted to manage your own clients. But basically, AI will write everything for you. So I would come here, it would read from the website and it'll generate me all my ads. See, my ads already generated. I can read through and if I like it and I just launch it. Right? It'll ask me to connect my platform, but that's how fast and easy it is. That's ads. Okay, let's just say you're like, well, I want to architect an idea. Well, same thing, right? Use your login. I think I switched this. Let's just double check. And there we go. Then you can come in here and you can architect your entire plans. So you can say, oh, well, here's my funnel that's done for me, right? This is how I'm going to run it. Let me make sure that I can simulate it. And you can simulate it and it'll show you your revenue, right? And then you can say, well, actually, I want a different blueprint. You can pick one of the blueprints and then you can build based off of one of the blueprints if you want, right? We're changing it to simulator. Right now it's architect. That's that one. But we have all of those. We have lead connector in here, flows AI within here, contracts. Let's say you're like, well, I want projects or project management. So we use a company called GetScrum for this. I'll just show you it really quick. Let me just see if I can log in. So we have, like this is it, where you can manage all the clients that you want within here, right? So you have all of your tools within here. Here's project management. Let's say I want to do a project. So let's say this is a project. I could come here and I can say new website build, new task, right? Then I can come in, I can just follow through all of the steps. I can go and create one and then I won't notify them, but you can then manage. Again, do I want to manage my, here, let me just find one for you. You could do like, I won't do that one. Let's do a different one. There we go. Let's do like this one. Then we could dive in here, right? And then we can manage our entire project. And if we wanted, like, let's say we're like, I need help with AI to write my descriptions because I don't know my SOPs and anything. Depending on it, it will write it for you. You just simply apply your SOP there. And now you can manage your whole project, your time and everything right through here, right? That's how powerful, in a sense, this system is, right? And we've just started. We just scratched the surface. Now, what is the Perception Hackers? The Perception Hackers is a simple system, a journey that we take people through to help them step by step for success. So again, we have all of the tools here. Here's all of the tools, all of the solutions and everything in this platform. There's everything here. Everything that you would ever need is within the platform. All of your software is in the platform, your connections within the platform. We even block out spam. If we see people spamming or scamming on the threads and doing those stuff, we delete them and all of their content, right? So we protect it. Again, we protect you. That's the whole goal of this, because we understand there are people that take advantage, right? So what I always say is your gurus, judge them by their processes. If they don't have good processes to get people going, then you know it's that easy. So again, hopefully this live gave you some insight. If you have any questions, let me know. That's why I'm here. Guys, it's been a pleasure speaking with you. Again, my name's Cameron Garlick. If you don't know me, come and meet me. Okay, I do my very best to help take care of you and serve you. So with that being said, have a great rest of the day, rest of the night, wherever you're at. And remember, success is here. Abundance is here. You simply have to choose it. That's it. Make the choice. It's already there for you. Just make the choice to keep it. That being said, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.